I read that if you don't grab your viewers' attention within the first 6 seconds, they'll likely not watch anything beyond that. Isn't that depressing? Our attention spans are so done now that if you're not visually stimulated right away, you can't be bothered to watch something. Amazing. One of my least favorite types of content creators, if you can even call them that, is what I like to call the copy-paster creator. And I guarantee you've seen these accounts before at some point, but you might not realize what they're actually doing. The copy-paster creator will post a video clip of themselves, typically 5 to 10 seconds long, so by the time you read everything, they've racked up a few views from you. A video clip? Wait, what exactly am I reading then, you ask? Stolen content! Viral tweets, Reddit jokes, Tumblr posts, you name it. If it already went viral, they'll use it. Someone already made the joke and it worked, so why not pass it off as your own? For the past few years, I've noticed a rather large influx of these copy-pasters. And my theory is because they've seen other copy-paster creators doing this same thing. The copy-paster copy-pastes a post, then Jimmy sees he can also do well with zero effort and creativity, so Jimmy copy-pastes as well, and boom, a new genre of content. Which brings us to today's video. I wanted to see how lucrative it is to become a copy-paster. So I did that. I became the thing I despise in the name of content. I decided for 30 days I'd steal stolen content to see what I would find. And what I found out will shock you. I'm just kidding. I gained like 4,000 followers in a month. That was pretty much it. For this project / experiment, I wanted to see how this would affect the rhythm across various platforms, compare which apps were best to push this kind of content out, and third, to test my sanity. But first, I had to decide which type of copy-paster creator I wanted to mimic, because there were so many. I wanted to go with the read viral tweets and Reddit post guy who, well, he reads viral tweets and Reddit posts, and he laughs hysterically at them as though he's seeing them for the first time, despite the fact he had to read the posts ahead of time to put them in the video. But no matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't get the laugh down. To the guy who stole my antidepressants, I hope you're happy now. You'll never be as lazy as whoever named the fireplace. Little Caesars, it's hot and it's ready. Me, but is it good? Little Caesars. Damn it. All right, here's one to read for you, to have you read it. I keep subtitles on BC because sometimes I just be snacking too loud. And pointing at the words on the screen, it was too difficult for me. Then I found the guys who copy-paste those very tweets instead of screenshotting, so it would appear as though these thoughts were their own. I noticed for some reason holding a coffee mug is the go-to move with these guys. Standing and sipping from their mug, or sitting and sipping from their mug, or that's about it. Just anything with a mug. I tried to steal this spin around in my chair bit, but that wasn't working for me either. I don't know how he does it so smoothly. It's no surprise he has over 1.5 million followers from this. I mean, he is so good at this. It must take years of practice to get that good. But unfortunately, I didn't have that much time. Next, we had the guy who sits in his car and reads the tweets. I liked this one, but I didn't feel like sitting in my car for very long because it's been hot. Plus, I don't like the sound of my voice, so I'd rather do a silent activity and let the viewer read instead. There was also a guy who stands in various public spots and does this, but I don't enjoy the general public, so I wouldn't be out enough to get 30 days worth of content. I found a couple accounts who do this thing where they add cream to their coffee to reveal a hidden message written on their glass. Or I've seen some who write magic marker on a paper towel and they like dip it in water to do kind of the same thing. This was more of a trend though, so I didn't feel very comfortable copying it. The messages were usually, hey, send this to someone if you want them to have a good day. So you can't really copy that. I mean, I could, but this was more stealing someone's shtick than stealing the content itself. But I wasn't very good at those. Plus, they were mainly inspirational and positivity quotes, and that's just not me. I think humans are mostly awful. I felt defeated. How do I start this project if I can't find my guy to steal from? I can't just make up my own thing because then I'm becoming a copy-paster creator myself, and I'd feel like a sellout. I needed to properly steal stolen content so I could sleep at night. And then I found my guy. I'd seen him on my Explore page a ton of times before, despite never liking any of his videos. I've had people I follow reposting him on their stories, and the algorithm was clearly loving him. He was perfect. There was virtually no variation on his videos. Based off where he shot them, it looked like he just changed his shirt like 5 times in a single day and gave himself 5 nights of content in one go. And he had a massive following, so he knows what he's doing. What was his secret? What was his formula? I studied him for a week. 10 TikToks every single night between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m., 3 Instagram videos, and he used 70s and 80s rock songs to play in the background as we read. 5 to 10 second video, copy paste a funny bit, add a Pat Benatar or Billy Joel song. Good night. See you tomorrow. I had a lot of work to do. His head turning skills were impeccable. Stares at the screen, 2, 3. Glances away, 2, 3, 4. Returns to the screen. Brilliant. No need to go outside, no coffee mug, just a man and his content he snatched from somewhere else. I tried it out myself, but I wasn't very good at it. I couldn't get the right angle, my jawline isn't as chiseled as his, and I didn't know what I was supposed to be looking at off to the side. What's over there, Corey? What do you see? I had to put all my priorities on the back burner for this, though. I was going to prove I could break the internet, or whatever we say now. After 5 solid days of training, I finally got it. I was ready to select all, Command C, Command V, copy paste. Now, since Corey and I look very similar, I thought I'd stand out and maybe get some silly costumes just to kind of make it fun and change things up a little bit. So I headed on over to Party City and spent an amount that I'm too embarrassed to say, but it rhymes with fun tundred, winety loo dollars, and matey key cents. And with that, I planned out my days. I posted a story on TikTok and Instagram saying I was going to be posting really obnoxious videos for 30 days as part of a project, so bear with me. Saturday night came and day 1 was a hit. I decided to start off strong and I went with my Amtrak hat because, hey, that's silly, and then my Shining shirt because anytime I wear it in a video, it becomes the topic of discussion. Where did you get that Shining shirt? Shining shirt. Love the Shining shirt. And just for the record, it was from Hot Topic circa 2018. So I don't think it's going to be there anymore, but you can go look if you want. Anyway, both videos on TikTok and Instagram blew up. I had it all set. Every night I sat down at my computer, waited for Corey to post, and all I had to do was take the clip I recorded, copy paste his copy pasted text, slap it in the video, and I had the video out within 1 to 2 minutes after him. What's funny is I had a few people in the following weeks ask how I was able to put the video out so fast. I was copy pasting text. That's all I did. I did lose a few dozen followers on Instagram that first day, but these were people who just couldn't handle my fire content. Day 2, same thing. Instagram views took off while TikTok immediately plummeted. With over 264,000 followers, the TikTok views were stopping at about 500 views. So far, Instagram was looking like the victor. 4 days in, we had our hit. One of the 3 videos I posted on Instagram hit 1 million views in a single day. This continued on through the night. 2 million, 3, 5, 8, 10 million. It wouldn't stop. 1,000 followers, 945, 800. Instagram was clearly going to win this one because TikTok that same video had about 800 views and then stopped. The videos were being shared, people were relating to this thing that didn't happen to me, and it was then that I started being accused of stealing from Corey. What the hell, dude? You stole this. Are you stealing from Corey? I just saw this on Corey's page. What's going on? The engagement was off the charts. I never had a video do numbers like this, not even close. The video ended up reaching some huge accounts with millions of followers who stitched my video to give their take on my thoughts that didn't come from my brain at all. One of my favorite creators, who goes by Scumbag Dad, helped get the ball rolling on this trend by posting a few parodies as well. His approach of standing in front of the copy pasters was a much better idea than mine, and I wish I had used that instead. I noticed about 1 in 3 of the videos would do exceptionally well for some reason, often hitting in the 100,000s or a little below, and I consider that a huge success for my point I was trying to prove. The videos were performing extremely well, and both followers and non-followers were praising my comedic sense. Sam, I saw your video on so-and-so's page. Dude, you are hilarious. You're the funniest man alive. I even got recognized at the park. I think running in the park is probably one of the most therapeutic things you can...
Oh man, no
How's it going?
way. Are you Sam Con?
What was that?
Are you Sam Con Runs?
Yeah.
Dude, I love your costume videos so much.
Oh,
man.
no way.
They're hilarious. My wife and I love them. How do you...
Dude, that's so funny.
Do you write your own stuff? Like your own jokes?
Yeah, kind of. I just kind of put it out.
Oh, that's rad. Can you do the head turn thing?
No. I can't. I didn't stretch or anything. I'm not ready.
Just real quick. Please.
All right. Hang on.
Oh.
Thanks, man. Something interesting I found was, because of the type of content I was making, it was suggesting these similar accounts to my followers. I received a few messages from people saying they never saw Corey before, or the Coffee Mug Boys, until I started posting, and now they were all over their Explore page. I apologize for this, but I was secretly thrilled I was able to bring this chaos to the Explore pages. Speaking of chaos, while I was at Party City, I saw a birthday tiara, and I thought, well, that would be fun. Too bad it's not my birthday. But then I thought, wait, I'm already lying to people. Why don't I just say it's my birthday? Because if I wear this thing, people are gonna ask if it's my birthday anyway, so I might as well lean into it. So with that, I wore the tiara, announced it was my birthday, and that boosted the engagement. By the way, my birthday is not until April, so if you wished me a happy birthday, I really am sorry. I felt bad about that, so I appreciate it. Because I was copying Corey as closely as possible, I used the same hashtags he used, and I noticed he didn't interact with any of the comments, so I didn't either, which was really hard because I love interacting with people in the comments section. So all I could really do was like their comment or pin it if I thought it was funny. About a week into the experiment, I noticed TikTok wasn't doing anything. So I changed that to once a night instead of 10 because the views were not even hitting 1,000. And I also realized posting 300 videos in 1 month was way too much work to delete them all after this was done. And since Instagram was the clear winner, I didn't see the point in comparing them anymore. I don't know if it was because people were tagging Corey under my videos, or if someone was sending him my videos, or what happened, but he ended up blocking me. My guess is he saw me as his competition, or he was angry I was stealing his stolen content. But alas, I had a second account and was able to continue the journey. I thought I would reach out after this was all done and try to explain everything, and I don't know if he would find it funny or not, but that's what I wanted to do. Looking back, I probably should have only done about 2 weeks of this instead of 30 days, but I felt like 2 weeks wasn't gonna give me enough data, so I stuck with the 30 days, but then right at the 2-week mark is when I started to notice the drop in followers. I perhaps dragged this on a little too long. Plus, Corey threw another wrench into my copy pasting work. He ended up preventing me from sharing the spotlight with the songs. See, when you click this song he used, like Hall & Oates, Cyndi Lauper, Elton John, my videos would show up along with his. So what he did was slightly speed up the songs so they registered as a whole different song that I wasn't able to use, which was incredibly funny to me that he was so annoyed seeing me associated with him that he created new audio files. He was essentially stealing songs now too. You click the song and it's got his name on it. There were times where I'd have my self-doubts as to whether I was good at this, and turning my head proved to be harder than I anticipated. I had to give myself pep talks to keep going, and I sometimes lost myself to the stress of being a copy-paster creator.
Okay, dude, just focus. Stop thinking so much. Just do it. Just look at the screen and look that way and then look back. Okay. You look that way. You look that way. Look that way. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be a funny video. It's gonna be funny. It'll be really good, and it's gonna be funny. It'll be funny. What if this is the last thing that I ever do? Who am I? Am I making content? Yeah, I am. This is content creation at its finest.
All right, Sammy boy, what are you doing? Like, what are you trying to accomplish here? What are your goals in life, really? Well, what are you trying to do with your life? But I made it to the end. Mission complete. I made a dent in the algorithm, had a total of over 22.5 million views, and I averaged 130 followers a day. Just copy pasting. Yes, stealing content is the way to go. And I know this wasn't perfect. I had a leg up starting this off with like 30,000 followers, but if I were to start fresh with a new account, I don't think 30 days would be enough to watch this whole thing blossom. I think I would need more like 6 months if I was to start from zero. So this was a little unfair for me to start out with 30,000 followers, but whatever. Now, why don't I personally like this kind of content? There's no personality behind it, no imagination, no creativity. And I'm not saying everyone who uses social media needs to be creative or be good at something or do a certain thing. But if you're going to be reposting someone else's thoughts, either try to credit the original person or at least put on your page like, these posts are not my own, I get them off XYZ. Otherwise, showing your face in the video gives off the impression that it was you who made the content. It'd be kind of like if one day I started posting a bunch of Mitch Hedberg one-liners and it reached the audience of people who have never seen his stand-up, and they were all like, how do you come up with this? Why is this so true? You're so funny. But I just say, haha, thank you so much. Or I don't acknowledge that I didn't come up with this. It's kind of crummy, right? But this all drives me so crazy because you almost can't even go back and find the original source at this point, because so many people take an idea and they watermark it or they claim it as their own, and it's such a mess now. It's especially annoying because what I'll see a lot of times is a smaller creator making a great video or a joke, and then a larger creator will take that idea, and if it works for them, boom, that's their thing now. That's their series, that's theirs. On that note, what I've learned is the more followers you have, the more people will assume that you created something. So if they saw you do it first, or you're the bigger account, they're going to associate you with that joke that you may or may not have made. Now, was this lucrative? 100%. Do it. If you want to gain a following and trick people into thinking you come up with funny, relatable content, do it. Steal. And find something that suits you. Do a cartwheel, throw a football, do something 5 to 10 seconds, and let that be your whole persona. Just make it easy. The 30 days of content I made took 3 days to make. And when I say days, I mean 3 separate half-hour takes. I could have done this entire thing in about an hour and a half, but I just didn't want to. But in the end, if you're enjoying this type of content, that's great. They're funny posts. They're bringing people joy, so it's not the worst thing. And I'm not insulting anyone that enjoys it, nor am I insulting the guys who make it either. It's not bad content, it's actually really good. These jokes are good. They're funny, they're relatable. I just don't like seeing these creators all over my feeds getting recognition for being these insightful, funny people when they didn't come up with any of this themselves. In conclusion, being creative doesn't always pay off. Stealing does. So steal content because it's easy and it works. And we're all gonna die one day. And none of this will matter anyway.